Picture this. You're live on camera, the reporter asks a tough question, your heart is racing, and suddenly the words just come out of your mouth before you even think. And those words are no comment. I don't know. Sound familiar? The truth is, in a media interview, the words you choose can make or break your credibility. Today, I'm going to show you 5 phrases you should never ever say in a media interview and exactly what to say instead. This is so you sound confident, you sound prepared, and you sound in control. If you're new to my channel, I'm Susan Siravo, and I'm sharing my knowledge from decades of experience as a communications professional, media trainer, and TV reporter. Let's get to it. The first phrase to stop saying no comment. I get it. Sometimes you don't want to answer a question, but here's the problem. No comment sounds evasive. It makes people think you may be hiding something, and it can quickly spiral into a story about what you didn't say instead of what you did say. Here's an example. Imagine a CEO is asked about a product recall. She responds with no comment. The headline the next day, CEO avoids answer on recall. That's not the story you want. And I understand that you may be watching this video thinking, well, duh, I'm not going to say no comment. I know better than that. But here's the thing, when you are in the middle of an interview, and let's say you've already asked, or let's say you've already been answering a bunch of questions, and then another one is fired at you, and it's one that you haven't prepared for. Maybe you prepared for 10 others, but this one you haven't prepared for, you get caught off guard, and you might just blurt out something. So you always have to be very cognizant of exactly how you are answering every single question and be prepared to be hit with a question that you don't know the answer to, but you are going to quickly come up with an answer. Instead of saying no comment, a better approach, you can stay honest while staying in control. Say something like, we're actively reviewing the situation and we'll share updates as soon as possible. It acknowledges the question, sets expectations, and keeps you in the driver's seat. Now let's move on to phrase number 2. I don't know. Sure, we all have questions we can't answer on the spot, but saying I don't know in the interview signals lack of preparation and confidence. It can make you look unsure, even if you know more than you realize. Here's an example. A politician is asked about the specifics of a new policy and says, I don't know. Suddenly, the story becomes about what they don't know, not what they do know. The fix? Bridge the question instead. Try, I understand people are curious about all aspects of this policy. Here's what I can tell you right now. This way, you acknowledge the question, demonstrate thoughtfulness, and deliver a clear message, even if you need to follow up later, which you certainly can do. Phrase number 3, honestly, or to be honest. Here's why it's tricky. Starting a sentence this way actually undermines your credibility. It suggests that what you said before or what you're about to say might not be honest. Example, an executive says, to be honest, we didn't plan for this. Suddenly, instead of sounding transparent, they sound like they're admitting a mistake in a way that erodes trust. Better approach, remove the qualifier and start confidently. Say something like, what we are doing is, here's how we're addressing it. Confidence is contagious. Please skip the qualifiers. Let's move on to phrase or sound number 4. You know. These tiny words might seem harmless, but when repeated, they distract from your message and make you sound nervous or unprepared. Example, a founder in a live interview says, I think this is the future. Ouch. The audience loses focus of what the company's vision is. A better approach, pause, breathe, repeat your main idea clearly. A well-timed pause actually makes you sound thoughtful and authoritative. For instance, this is the future because. Notice how much stronger that feels. This is the future because. And finally, phrase number 5. No offense, but here's the problem. Your brain thinks it's softening criticism, but what it really does is signal defensiveness. People immediately brace themselves for something negative. Example, an executive says, "No offense, but your reporting is biased." Even if it's true, the phrase puts the interviewer on the defensive. You don't want to start like that. Better approach, reframe your statement with neutral, respectful language. Say, "I see your perspective. Here's how I view it." You're asserting your point without triggering negativity. And in media interviews, tone matters just as much as words. So there you have it. 5 phrases to stop saying in media interviews. No comment. Stay honest. Set expectations. I don't know. Bridge your answer. Honestly, or to be honest, drop the qualifier. Filler words. Pause and repeat your main message. No offense, but reframe with neutral phrasing. Avoid these phrases, and suddenly you'll sound more confident, more credible, and in control of your narrative. If you want more insider tips for mastering media interviews and delivering messages that stick, you can book a strategy call with me. A link is below. Also, I've created a free mini course that dives deep into why it's so important for leaders to master their media presence. Check it out in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.